everybody, my name is Ashley Batista, and in this video that you are currently watching, like right now, is going to have two things I'm going to be speaking to you guys. One is going to be an event, and the other is going to be a certain topic. Now, I'm going to split them up into two categories in this video. Which you will see in a little bit. So yeah, before I continue, this video is Ashley's Thoughts episode 3, and the event is 9/11, and the topics is changes. Before I continue on further in this video, I want you guys to understand that this is my thoughts. Okay, this is my perspective. This is totally my opinion about these two different subjects I'm going to be talking about. So please, I just want you to know that this is my opinion. Okay, so let's get it started. Event that I'm going to be talking about is called 9/11. Now, as you guys have known that yesterday was the anniversary of 9/11, you probably have seen many videos on social media. You might have seen even the documentaries on television, even the news. You know, it's always a tragedy to even see or even want to hear about 9/11. 9/11 has done a huge effect into this nation. And it's just, yesterday, going through my TikTok account, you know, my videos, other people's videos, it's just video after video after video of a raw footage of the incident, and it just brings, I know that it brings people back to that very day and that very hour that is just too horrific to even imagine what they're going through or what they're thinking about when that incident has happened. Now, because this is an anniversary, you know, every year is always talked about. Every year, you know, we see more new evidence, more new documentaries. People are speaking more about it. People are telling their own stories about what had happened that hour. And I understand that many people have lost someone on that day. The amazing police officers, firemen, and women, and paramedics had risked their lives trying to save those people that were in those buildings. It's just a shocking thing to even hear their stories, and it's important that people do hear their stories so other people could know why this event is such a tragedy event, and why this event is being spoken about every year, because people need to understand that this event changed everything. Okay, this event was not just a regular day. Okay, it wasn't like a regular Tuesday, a regular Wednesday. No, this event was something so horrific that it made history. Okay, and it will forever be talking about, because this is nothing that we could just say, oh, forget it, you know, it's just a day. No, this event had taken so many lives. Okay, it changed politicians, it changed laws, okay, it changed everything. So that is why I'm really happy that people are speaking more about this incident. So we can't forget, okay, we can't forget those people who risked their lives trying to save other people's life. We can't forget about them. Okay, this will always be in our history, and it's in our textbooks. Okay, students are learning about 9/11. Okay, it's in our textbooks. It's in the news. It's everywhere. Okay, 9/11 will forever be a day that we cannot forget, and especially we cannot forget those people who had did their job to save those people in need. So I feel that we should take a silence for the officers and the firemen, women, including the paramedics. Give them a silence. Okay. Now, everyone has their own stories of where they were during 9/11. Watching, documentaries and stuff. It was something, terrible. Including what really made me focus more about, or wanting to know more about 9/11 was, there was a documentary I was watching where one of the planes hit one of the towers. I think it was the second tower that was hit, and people were out the windows trying to get help. And then during the video that I was watching, you could see people flying, just throwing themselves out the window. That right there was so heartbroken for me. And I want to say I was like 9 or 10. Okay, a 10-year-old watching that, seeing that footage, just people just taking on their own lives. That was very hurtful for me. And I still barely didn't knew what 9/11 was. But as I continue getting older, more and more, and as I continue learning about 9/11, we can't forget. Okay, we can't. So I encourage you guys to learn more about this date. Okay, because it's just a horrible event, and I just pray to God that God watch over those families who have lost someone during this event, and I encourage you guys to pray for them as well. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up. So I'm gonna wrap it up with 9/11 for this event, and I'm gonna continue to talk about changes, which is the topic for today, for this video. The topic is about changes. Now there are so many things that I could talk about for changes, but what I really want to focus is on changes that happened because of an incident, or because a horrific event in our nation, or even worldwide. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that there have been many incidents that our nation had been through that had changed laws, had changed politicians' point of view, had changed history. I'm talking about President Kennedy assassination, Martin Luther King Jr. assassination. I'm talking way back, like Pearl Harbor. Those events, there are so many events that had changed this nation. Okay, Pearl Harbor was really horrific. I mean, if you look at the textbooks or even hear about the documentaries or hear interviews about Pearl Harbor, that's no joke. That changed everything, okay? Including Kennedy's assassination. That, our president, okay, our president shot just in daylight. That changed so much in our country. Not only that, again, 9/11 had changed history as well. Because of these certain events, things changed in our nation. Our army, our military became so aware of things now. Our political views have changed so much. Homeland Security has been so rough lately, and most of it had to do with 9/11. For the Homeland Security had never been this more strict before, as that incident of 9/11. Okay, airports have never been so has the most highest security ever for traveling. I mean, LAX, you have to take off your shoes. Can you believe? It's just so much security has happened because of 9/11. People who are trying to visit the United States from the Middle East has never been so strict ever. Because of 9/11, they are getting more strict and more and more and more. Even little incidents that had happened, like the San Bernardino shooting, that changed a lot as well. Okay, just certain events had changed everything. It could be from a big thing that this nation had changed to, or it could be a little thing like change a law or add into a law, add more security to military. It goes on and on and on. Okay, that is the changes that I'm talking about. Okay, every incident, every event that had made an impact in our history as a nation changes laws, changes points of views, changes perspectives towards other countries. It changes the whole dynamic of our nations. Even today's society had changed so much for our future. Like 2020. We all know what had happened in 2020. We all know how 2020 started. We know how it ended as well. 2020 could have its own yearbook. And it'll be a thick yearbook, okay? Like, so many things that had happened that year that we're still continuing those problems. We're still facing the aftermath of what had happened in 2020, okay? This is 2021, and we're still barely trying to get back to normal of what had happened in 2020. And you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the pandemic, COVID-19. Once that had happened in early 2020, and then the pandemic, boom, our nation changed, okay? The lockdown, okay? People are dying from different states. The numbers increase every day. More, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people have been dying because of COVID-19, and it changed everything. There was no supplies, there was no mask, there was no hand sanitizer, there was no toilet paper. When have we heard of this horrible pandemic or horrible COVID-19 incident in our history? Besides, World War II, besides so many diseases I know that had happened. But in today, in all the years of 2000s, including 2010s, okay, this had made a huge impact in our society, not in just only in our nation, but it affected our world. Many nations have fallen down because of what had happened in 2020. This will be the biggest yearbook ever. Okay, this will be the biggest history ever. For the future kids, I'm talking like in 2030s, 2040s, this year and 2020, especially 2020, okay, come on, we all know what went down in that year. These 2 years will be a remembrance forever. These 2 years will be in the textbooks about what happened to us. Okay, these are the changes that I'm talking about. Because of COVID, because of the pandemic, Wall Street fell down badly. Okay, our economy went down. Okay, people are divided so badly. This country has never been divided so horribly before. I'm pretty sure it had, but like for today's modern society, for it to be so divided because of politics, especially because of politicians, okay, this nation had never been so divided. It's sad, okay? You have the politicians, because of politicians, people are being divided. Because of racism still being a huge issue in our society, our nation is divided. Everything, discrimination, divided. The pandemic, the point of views, mask or no mask, divided. Vaccine or no vaccine, divided. Vaccine should be mandatory or not, divided. Everything, every little issue that has been happening now, our nation is being divided because of this. Okay, because of the pandemic, because of COVID-19, because the politician point of views, because of the election, this nation, I really do believe that this nation had never been this so divided before. I'm not talking only California, I'm not talking about only New York, I'm talking about the whole state, the whole country, this whole nation is so divided. Like, I'm talking like, it's like Legos, okay? Legos that's just been scattered around. You have one group, you have another group, another. That's how I feel our nation is becoming. Just a pile of Legos. Okay? And it's sad. It is so sad because growing up, I always hear that this nation is strong, this nation is a whole, okay? Like, I always hear that this nation is the most powerful and strongest nation ever. And no one can knock it down. No one can bring this nation down. But because of 2020, because of the pandemic and because of COVID-19, it crumbled. It crumbled very badly. Like, extremely badly. And then because of the politicians and because of the election of 2020, I never seen this. Like, this is so new to me, and just seeing how everyone is reacting over just simple things it hurts. It hurts so bad. Okay, because like I said, growing up, I always thought this, I always hear, and it really made me believe that this nation is so strong. And now I'm scared, you guys. This is such a shocking thing to see what a virus can do to a nation. And I really do believe that it's because we're lacking faith. I really do believe that this nation is falling because of the lack of faith that we are putting at. In the beginning of this nation was supposed to be under God. Okay? This nation was founded because of the Lord and Savior. That is why in our back of the dollar bill we trust in God. One nation under God. Why are you guys forgetting about that? This nation, God has helped this nation so many times, okay? So many times. People, we can't forget what God has done for us. Okay, we have rights, we have freedom. Even though some of us may see the freedom kind of falling out a little bit, but it's time. It's time to bring God back to this nation. It is time to pray to God to fix this nation, because this nation is falling very quickly. It's divided. It's Legos, dude. It's all over the place, scattered. It is time for us to pray to Him and to ask Him to bring this nation back, okay, back to the good days, and make it strong once again. It is time to bring God into this nation once again, so we could fix whatever the mistakes that this nation had made before, or to remember what not to do for future issues. Okay, it's getting worse. More issue after another issue after another issue is going to happen. Our future, it's unknown, okay? There could be another pandemic, which is about to start pretty soon because of Delta. Okay, there's going to be more and more and more horrible issues. And we're defenseless. We're already falling because of one virus. Just picture another virus, bigger than Delta, bigger than anything we could ever see. Imagine that hitting us again, or hitting us, and then what? Or just picture something else happen to this nation. Okay, it's already falling because of one little issue. Imagine another issue, and another one, another one, another one, another one. It's time, people. It's time to pray to the Lord to fix this nation, to help us, to guide us through it, to give us the knowledge and the wisdom and the protection that we need, the healing that we need for this nation and for the people in this nation, and also for the people outside of this nation as well. Because He could help us, He could help us, He could help Afghanistan, He could help everyone if we put Him before us. If we give Him all our problems, all our issues, the COVID, everything we give Him, He will help us. I know He will help us. But we are not doing it. We are not giving Him our problems. We're trying to solve the problems ourselves. But who is the Almighty Lord? Who is the one who helped Noah? Who is the one who helped David? I'm referring for the Bible stories, if you guys don't know what I'm trying to refer for. God has shown His ways. God has shown His love to us. It's time, people. It's time to bring this nation back. And how we're going to bring it back? By putting God into our nation now. Don't let Him go. Don't let Him. Just please don't give up on the Lord. Okay. So I really hope you guys enjoyed my opinion of changes that our nation had happened. No, wait. So this nation, because of tragedy events, had changed many points of views, many perspectives, many politicians and politics and laws and stuff. And it's gonna keep continuing, okay? Either we learn from our mistakes, or we learn from history, or we forget history and keep continuing to make mistakes. And I really do believe that this nation will be strong once again if we bring God back to our nation. Now, I'm gonna end it with that. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like this video as well. Please feel free to write comments about topics that you want me to speak about, or events that you want me to speak about. I'm really I'll be more happy to hear what you guys want me to speak about, so I could know what to speak for my next videos. Give me ideas, you know. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, this is episode 3 of Ashley Thoughts. And I'm really happy that I'm doing this. I love doing this. Even though this is my 3rd episode, but still, it brings me joy and excitement that I'm able to share the word or help you guys in any situation, or to give you guys a little information as well. And like I said before, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and if you're watching this video in the day, or if you're watching this video in the night, may the Lord be with you all, and may the Lord give you a beautiful blessing day. Or if you're watching this in the night, may the Lord give you a beautiful and blessing sleep, and may the Lord protect you, may the Lord heal you, and may the Lord fill your heart with love and joy. Thank you guys so much. Until again, bye.